Children, our next topic in carbon and compounds. Very large number of carbon compounds, that is hydrocarbons, are useful to us in our daily life. We use large number of organic compounds. Already I have discussed in the introduction beginning that very large number of organic compounds are useful to us in our daily life. Commercially, two important organic compounds are very useful to us. Very large number of compounds are commercially useful, but we discuss only two important hydrocarbons. What are they? Carbon compounds or organic compounds. Ethanol with the molecular formula C2H5OH. It's an alcohol. And ethanoic acid with the formula CH3COOH. Ethanoic acid is also called acetic acid. What is that? There are two carbon atoms. It's called ethanoic acid. Also it is called acetic acid commonly. Come children, we will discuss one by one. The commercial use organic compound, first one is ethanol children with the molecular formula C2H5OH. What the first point? It is liquid at room temperature. What kind of liquid? Colorless liquid. Colorless liquid. It has no color. Understood? Second point children, it is pleasant. It has a pleasant smell. When you smell it, it is very pleasant and it has a burning taste. Pleasant taste. Pleasant taste and burning smell. And burning smell. Second point. Third point is boiling point. Boiling point, BP. What is the boiling point? 78 degree centigrade. Fourth point children, soluble in water. Soluble in water. Alcohol, ethanol. Ethanol is also called what? Simply alcohol. Simply alcohol. It is also called ethyl alcohol. Common name is ethyl alcohol. As per IUPAC system, we call it as ethanol, which is liquid at room temperature, colorless, pleasant taste and burning smell, boiling point 70 degrees centigrade, soluble in water in all proportion. In all proportions. Very important properties. Then fifth one children, ethanol containing 5% water is called rectified spirit. Fifth point. Sixth point children, and direct this first 2 point. Absolute alcohol. Absolute alcohol. Absolute means what? 100%. So, which is pure. What is absolute alcohol? 100%. 100% pure. 100% alcohol. Absolute alcohol means 100% alcohol. Contains nothing. Is called absolute alcohol. These are the 5 properties. What are they called? We can say physical properties. What is that? Ethanol is a liquid at room temperature, colorless. It is second one. It has a pleasant taste and burning taste. Its boiling point is 70 degrees centigrade. It is soluble in water in all proportions. Then ethanol containing 5% of water is called rectified spirit. 6 point, absolute alcohol is 100% alcohol. It doesn't contain anything. It doesn't contain anything. These are the few points, physical properties we must know children. Very, very important. They may ask for 2 marks. What are the properties of ethanol? Remember this and write any 2 or 3. Then our next topic, chemical properties. Chemical properties. Chemical properties of ethanol. Which are the chemical properties of ethanol? First one, combustion. Already we discussed this children. Combustion is the first property. Second property, oxidation. Oxidation. Third property, reaction with metal sodium. Fourth property, dehydration. Fifth property, reaction with carboxylic acid. Now we'll discuss it one by one, children. We'll discuss one by one, children. What is that first one? Combustion. Already we discussed. What is combustion? Combustion is nothing but burning. See, ethanol, what happens? They undergo combustion, isn't it? To produce large amount of heat and light. First reaction is what? What is ethanol formula? C2H5OH, combustion reaction. C2H5OH, it burns rapidly to produce what? To produce carbon dioxide, water, a lot of energy is produced. That's it, children. This is combustion reaction. Understood? Yeah. So second reaction is what? Oxidation reaction. Already we discussed in our previous topic, children. Oxidation reaction. What are the difference between oxidation and combustion? They both consume oxygen. In combustion, organic compounds burn rapidly, quickly. Oxidation is also nothing but combustion, but it's a controlled combustion. What happens? We already discussed in hydrocarbons. See now, ethanol, C2H5OH, they undergo oxidation. They consume oxygen in presence of strong oxidizing agent. What is the strong oxidizing agent, children? Can you tell me? Have you practiced alkaline potassium permanganate? What is alkaline means? One more question will come, children. What is alkali? Water soluble bases. Yeah. No? I will write CH3CH2OH, not as C2H5OH. Just have to show the reaction takes place. What happens? Oxidation means addition of oxygen in presence of strong oxidizing agent like alkaline potassium permanganate. What is alkali, children? Water soluble base. So aqueous potassium permanganate containing sodium hydroxide is called alkaline potassium permanganate, or acidified, yesterday we discussed, acidified potassium dichromate, K2Cr2O7. Potassium permanganate containing sulfuric acid is called acidified. Acidified means containing some amount of acid, that is sulfuric acid is called acidified potassium dichromate. What happens, children, here? What happens? Now hydrogen is removed. See now, this hydrogen goes and oxygen comes in place of hydrogen. What happens? CH3, COOH is formed. Yes or no, children? Yes. Then water, H2O. So when alcohols undergo oxidation, acids are formed in presence of strong oxidizing agents like alkaline potassium permanganate or acidified potassium dichromate, children. Easy reaction, isn't it? Next one, which is our next reaction? Combustion over oxidation over reaction with metals. Reaction with metal, sodium. What is that? Alcohol, C2H5OH reacts with metal, sodium, children. Already we studied reactivity series, isn't it? Sodium is more reactive than hydrogen. Yes or no, children? What happens? C2H5ONA plus hydrogen gas is liberated. Effervescence. Whenever sodium, take alcohol in a test tube and drop a piece of sodium. What happens? Hydrogen gas bubbles out. Bubbles out means effervescence are formed. It bubbles out. Effervescence means formation of bubbles. So bubbles are formed, indicating that hydrogen gas is released. See, arrow mark up indicates liberation of gas. 3 mark question comes from the first chapter, chemical reactions and equations. Now metals and in the second chapter, metals and non-metals, we study about this property. 3 marks question, diagram it comes. You have to read the diagram. So when a metal sodium reacts with ethyl alcohol, what happens? Hydrogen gas is liberated and sodium ethoxide is formed. What is the name of this compound, children? Sodium ethoxide. Sodium ethoxide. Sodium ethoxide is formed. Name of this compound. Understood? So this test is also called test for alcohol. Take a small piece of sodium, put it in a test tube containing alcohol. What happens? The bubbles of hydrogen gas is formed. This is a test for alcohol. This reaction also. Please remember, children, that's it, third reaction. Reaction with metal, sodium. Then fourth reaction. Fourth reaction is what, children? Dehydration. What is dehydration reaction? Yesterday I told you, children, in chemistry, answers are hidden in the question only. See, summer are setting in the month of March. We start, we dehydrate a lot. I personally dehydrate a lot. See, sweating. What is dehydration? In our day-to-day language we call, when we sweat, in chemistry we call it as dehydration. What is that? Loss of water from the body is called dehydration, along with some important salt. Therefore we feel weakness in summer. What happens during dehydration? Loss of a molecule of water takes place. What is that? Ethanol, C2H5OH. So formula of ethanol is C2H5OH, but I write it CH3 and CH2. I write it as CH3, CH2OH, children. Understood? What happens here? Ethanol loses a molecule of water in presence of dehydrating agent. Dehydration means some agent should be there to remove water. Whom do we use? Concentrated sulfuric acid. So even this question may come, children, very easy. What is the role of concentrated sulfuric acid in? When the ethanol undergoes reaction, ethanol loses a molecule of water. To remove that molecule of water, some agent is required. This concentrated sulfuric acid, dehydrating agent. It helps in removal of water molecule. See, children, what happens? Very interesting. This CH3 loses one hydrogen. This group and this group. Very easy reaction, children. If you know the basic concept, very easy. Now, this CH3 methyl group loses one hydrogen, it becomes CH2. Now, this carbon, what it does? It will lose OH. This loses OH, this loses one hydrogen. H and OH, what will happen, children? H2O. This is dehydration reaction. What is that? Removal of a molecule of water is called dehydration reaction. So, children, again see, you understood this concept. CH3 loses water to become CH2. This CH2OH group, what it does? It loses OH. H and OH form water. Now, That part is over. Now look at the second part, children. This CH3 valency was satisfied. This carbon is attached to 3 hydrogen atom and 1 valency with this carbon atom, 4 valency was satisfied. Now this carbon loses 2 hydrogen atom, 2 valency is satisfied, 1 valence with carbon, 1 hydrogen is lost, so there is got 1 more valency to be satisfied, right double bond. Same thing happens to this CH2OH group also. What will happen? It loses OH. Now 2 hydrogen atom, 1 with neighboring carbon atom. It also has 1 more valency to be satisfied. Therefore, these 2 carbon atoms share a double bond. Now what happens? CH2 double bond. Whenever double bond is there, what is that suffix? -ene. Already we discussed in types of hydrocarbon. What is the root word? 2 hydrogen, 2 carbon atoms. Ethene is formed. Whenever alcohol undergoes dehydration, what happens, children? Ethene is formed. Alcohol becomes alkene. The loss of molecule of water. Again, if you add water to this ethene, it will become alcohol. If you add hydrogenation, reaction called hydrogenation, what happens? Ethane is formed, alkane. That's it, children. Very easy, isn't it? Then reaction with carboxylic acid. Reaction with carboxylic acid. This is very important reaction, children. Whenever ethanol reacts with carboxylic acid, that is alcohol C2H5OH reacts with acetic acid CH3COOH. What will happen? What will happen, children? See, again, what will happen? Now, this C2H5OH group loses hydrogen, this loses OH group. Whenever, what is this? Alcohol reacts with acid. You studied in second chapter, acid, bases and salt. Alcohol reacts with acid. What will happen, children? C2H5. What happens here? What happens here, children? Sorry, I have written wrong. This acid group loses hydrogen. This alcohol group loses OH. What will happen? H2O is formed. C2H5, it has lost OH. Then acid loses hydrogen. What is left here? COO, C2H5, COO, CH3 plus water. Whenever alcohol reacts with acid, it loses molecule of water to form this compound. What is this compound? To start with, what is the name of this compound? Acid, acetic acid. Acetic acid. Now, what is this? Ethanol, ethyl alcohol. So, what is the name of this compound? Ethyl acetate. In chemistry, children, when discussing chemistry, especially carbon and compound, if you come across with the word 8 means salt, not eating. Past tense of it is 8. So this 8 is what? This 8 is ethyl acetate. Anything else with 8 is salt. Ethyl acetate is formed, children. This is about chemical properties of ethanol. Very, very important. 2 to 3 marks question will come, children. Scoring topic, you should sweep the mark. Therefore, see, whether I write star mark or not, you should take it for granted. When I say it's very important, put a star mark. Wherever I put star mark, very, very important. Just by writing 2 reactions, you will get 2 marks. Understood, children? Again, this is a test for ester. I forgot one more point, children. Ethyl acetate is a salt form. It is called ester. It is called ester. Sweet smelling. sweet smelling ester is formed. This is again a test for alcohol. Ethanol reacts with carboxylic acid. What happens? Acetate, ethyl acetate is formed. It is nothing but ester, that is salt. And this process is called esterification. Whenever alcohol reacts with acid, what are the product? Only salt and water only. Salt and water only children form. The salt is nothing but ester, and this process of formation of ester is called esterification. The formation of an ester is again a test for alcohol, which is a sweet smelling salt. That is fruit, like say fruit. It has a sweet smell. Okay, children, very important. This is the end of chemical properties. Children, next topic is a small topic. Uses of ethanol, that's ethanoic acid. Ethanol is used in the manufacture of paints, varnishes. This is the manufacture of varnishes, etc. It has wide industrial application, we already discussed. Second one, it is used as a good solvent. Understood? Yeah. So being a good solvent, it is also used to sterilize syringes and wounds. It is used as a sterilizer. Because it sterilizes wounds and syringes. Understood? But nowadays we use syringes. We use on fruit syringes, children. Understood? We don't use syringes. It is used as a sterilizer. Isn't it, children? Being a good solvent, many organic compounds which are soluble in alcohol, water are also soluble in solvent. Isn't it? It is used in manufacture of tincture or iodine. Used in manufacture of tincture of iodine. And what else, children? It is used in many more reactions. Apart from tincture of iodine, it is also industrially, it has got wide application. Remember these four, children. Hardly they will ask 2 or 3. Understood, children? Yeah. This is about ethanol. Industrially most important used organic compound. What are the uses? It is used in manufacture of paints, varnishes, etc. Used as a solvent. It is used to sterilize wounds and syringes. It is used in the manufacture of tincture of iodine. Being a solvent, it has got many industrial applications. You can use 5th point. Remember, 2 or 3 children, more than sufficient. Children, next important carbon compound is what? Ethanol, which is commercially used organic compound. Already one we discussed. Ethanol, sorry children, it's not ethanol. Ethanol is over. This is ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid. What's ethanoic acid? It's an acid, second member of carboxylic acid group. Ethanoic acid, it is also called acetic acid. Another name of ethanoic acid is what? Acetic acid. The molecular formula CH3COOH. CH3COOH. Second member of carboxylic acid family. Yeah. Children, so acetic acid is present in vinegar. So 5 to 8% of ethanoic acid in 5 to 8% of ethanoic acid in vinegar is present. Acid 5 to 8% of ethanoic acid is present in vinegar, or you can say a dilute solution of ethanoic acid is called vinegar. 5 to 8% of ethanoic acid present in water. Ethanoic acid in water is called vinegar. It's a dilute solution of ethanoic acid. What is that? Vinegar. 5 to 8%. Understood, children? Yeah. Now, next, come to physical properties. Physical properties of ethanoic acid. Physical properties. Moment we say physical properties, we have to mention its status, children. It's a colorless liquid. It is colorless liquid. It is colorless liquid. So then it is sour to taste. So you can include here only sour in taste. Sour in taste. And what is the smell? It has pungent smell. Pungent smell or smell of vinegar. Pungent smell. Smell of vinegar. Because vinegar contains 5 to 8% of ethanoic acid in water. Then its boiling point. What is the boiling point? Boiling point is 118 degree centigrade, children. Then this ethanoic acid, when it is cold, it forms a solid like ice-like solid. Ice-like solid called glacial acetic acid. Glacial acetic acid. Glacial acetic acid. What is glacial acetic acid? When acetic acid is cold, it forms a solid ice-like solid called glacial acetic acid. What is glacier, children? Glacier. A large amount of ice is called glacier. Similarly, it forms glacial acetic acid. Fourth point, it mixes with water in all proportions, in any proportion. It mixes with water, in any proportion. In any proportion. Please remember, children. These are the 4 important points. Physical properties of ethanoic acid. What is first one? It is colorless liquid, sour in taste, has smell of vinegar. Boiling point is 118 degrees centigrade. It forms glacial acetic acid. When acetic acid is cold, it freezes to form ice-like solid called glacier. Glacier means large amount of ice. That is called glacial acetic acid. It mixes with water in any proportion. These are the physical properties of acetic acid. Very easy topic, children. Isn't it? Next, our chemical properties. Chemical properties of acetic acid. Acetic acid. What are the chemical properties? Yeah. This chemical properties of acetic acid. Acetic acid, it turns blue litmus red. It turns blue litmus paper red, children. Yeah. Then, and one more thing, please remember, children. It turns blue litmus paper red. Now, this litmus paper doesn't tell us how strong or weak an acid is. We are talking about what? Organic acid. Organic acids are weak in nature. When we take universal indicator, what happens? This ethanoic acid will turn into orange color. Whereas when you take hydrochloric acid, what happens? Universal indicator turns red. See, both hydrochloric acid and ethanoic acid, both are acids. What's the difference? Hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid, they are mineral acids. Whereas ethanoic acid, carbonic acids are naturally occurring acids. What are difference? Universal indicator tells us ethanoic acid is a weak acid with the pH 4, whereas HCl or H2SO4 is what? pH less than pH is 1, indicates that it's a strong acid. That is shown by litmus paper. Then children, this ethanoic acid reacts with what? Sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate or sodium hydrogen carbonate. Why sodium carbonate? Sodium carbonate or sodium hydrogen carbonate. Carbonates or hydrogen carbonates of metals are, they are basic in nature. They are basic in nature. What happens? This reacts to give what? Here carbonate is the children, isn't it? Carbon dioxide gas is released. So this is a test to prove that the carboxylic acid used is a carboxylic acid. Reaction of sodium carbonate or with sodium hydrogen carbonate. You take any carboxylic acid. How to prove that it's a carboxylic acid? It releases carbon dioxide. This reaction shows that the carbonate or hydrogen carbonate used is a what? Is a carboxylic acid because carbon dioxide gas is released. Now we will discuss reactions. Now CH3 COOH, isn't it? What will happen? It reacts with Na2CO3. What is this Na2CO3 and acetic acid? Reactants. Come to the first chapter. What do we get? CH3 COOH Na plus H2O plus carbon dioxide are formed. Yes or no, children? So this is the reaction of acetic acid with sodium carbonate. CH3 COOH, here Na2, here Na, put 2 here, 2 Na, again CH3COOH becomes 2, put 2 here, CO2, then 2H, H2O. Everything is balanced, children. Yes or no? H2O plus CO2. So this is the reaction of acetic acid with sodium carbonate. What the reaction of acetic acid with sodium carbonate? CH3 COOH H plus NaHCO3. See children, beauty of chemistry, I always keep telling you, no? See, this is an example of what? Unbalanced chemical reaction. So which you studied in first chapter, chemical reactions and equation. What is CH3COOH acetic acid? Sodium hydrogen carbonate. What do we get? We get the same product. What is that? CH3COOH Na, Na balanced, CH3COOH balanced, then H2O plus water. See children, this is an example of balanced chemical reaction. This is an example of unbalanced chemical reaction. So this is the reaction of ethanoic acid with sodium carbonate as well as sodium hydrogen carbonate. Yeah. Next reaction, children. Reaction with alcohol. See children, this is the beauty of chemistry. I used to keep telling. Mention reaction with alcohol. You can rate that alcohol reacts with acids to give salt and water. See here, now we are talking about what? Reaction of acid with the alcohol. When we say reaction of alcohol with acid, you can write first ethanol plus acetic acid. Please state when the priority is ethanoic acid. Now, reaction of ethanoic acid or acetic acid. What is the formula, children? CH3COOH plus C2H5OH. See children, beautiful reaction. How does the reaction take place? See, now See, you got it? Acetic acid loses what? OH. Ethanol loses what? No, sorry children. Acid loses what? Hydrogen. Ethanoic acid, ethanoic acid loses what children? Ethanoic acid, it loses hydrogen. Ethanol loses what? OH. Acid loses hydrogen. Base alcohol loses OH. H and OH together, what do we get children? H2O. Remove of water. Then what do we get children? CH3, COO and A. CH3, COO and A. What is this? Sodium acetate. Sodium acetate. What is it called? Ester. Ester. Formation of salt. Formation of, it is, what is it called? Salt. See children. Acetate. Acetate. When it comes to acid base and salt, I will do small video, then I will tell you. So what is the name of this compound? Sodium acetate. Anything? Yesterday I told you, sodium acetate. Anything in chemistry ends with ate is called what? Salt. Salt. So carboxylic acid reacts with ethanol to form salt and water. The salt is called sodium acetate, name of the salt. Then it is called ester. This process is called esterification. Sweet smelling salt is called ester, and the process is called esterification. Please keep it in mind children. What is esterification? The process of formation of an external chemical reaction. That too when acid reacts with base, acid reacts with alcohol, it gives salt and water only. Only product should be salt and water here. See, water and salt, nothing else. Only then it's called esterification, and the salt formed is called ester, sweet smelling chemical compound. Understood children? Yeah. Please keep this in mind. So this is the end of chemical properties. And litmus already we discussed, isn't it? This litmus, when dipped in acetic acid, it shows change in color, indicating that carboxylic acid is an acid, but it doesn't tell us how strong is it. Universal indicator tells us methyl orange, so this acetic acid turns orange, indicating that it's a weak acid whose pH is 4, whereas HCl turns red, indicates it's a strong acid. Both are acid, one is strong acid, one is weak acid. End of this chemical properties topic children. Children, our last topic, a small topic, uses of ethanoic acid. What are the uses of ethanoic acid? Ethanoic acid is used in the preparation of vinegar, which is used as a preservative of food. So the life of food, like pickles, especially pickles, we keep it, we use it in small quantities, isn't it? When we're having food during lunch or dinner, we use pickles. So this vinegar is used in the manufacture of pickles. When the manufacture pickles, they add vinegar, so that life of the pickle will last for a long time. So it's called preservative. It preserves means retains the food for a long time, not only pickle, others also. Then it is used as a flavoring agent. Flavoring agent. Flavoring agent. Because it has a sweet smell. Then it is used in the manufacture of artificial fiber. It is used in the manufacture of artificial fiber. Artificial fiber. What that? It is used to coagulate rubber. Coagulate rubber. Coagulate rubber from latex. Rubber from latex. Or you can say ethanoic acid is used in the manufacture of what? Coagulation of rubber, which is used made from latex. Understood children? Fourth one, important point children. What is it? It is used in the manufacture of cellulose acetate. It is used in the manufacture of cellulose acetate. Fourth one. It is used in the manufacture of cellulose acetate. Cellulose acetate. These are the 4 uses of ethanoic acid. First one is what, children? It is used in the manufacture of vinegar, which is a preservative of food. Second one, it is used as a sweetening agent. It is used to coagulate rubber. Coagulation of rubber means what? It is an artificial. It is used from rubber is used from latex. So it is used in the coagulation of rubber. Then it is used in the manufacture of cellulose acetate, which is an artificial fiber. Artificial cellulose acetate. What is that? Artificial fiber. Artificial fiber. Last one is what? In the coagulation of rubber, which is used from latex. These are the 4 uses. Hardly they must 1 or 2 or 3 maximum, children. So end of this ethanoic acid topic. One is ethanol, ethanoic acid, very important, easy to score, children, isn't it? Thank you.